Hello and welcome to another NihongoGamer video. Got a new game to unbox for you today. It is Blade Arcus EX, and it is from the Shining series of RPGs by Sega. And I think the most important thing about this game is actually that the illustrations are done by Tony, which is quite famous. I think he's a Japanese artist, and he does all these classic Shining style graphics. Anyway, I think this game was actually released a year ago in the arcades, and now we are getting the PS4 version. And what's exciting about this game is that you can play as the characters from Shining games. So I think you've got Shining Blade and Shining Hearts. You've got all those characters, plus I believe there are these two characters. Here's the back of the box. These characters in the middle, I believe, are original characters for this game. So if you're interested in playing some new characters as well, they are, I think, they're the ones who kind of bring the story together for the Shining series. Anyway, I'm quite excited to play it because it's a bit like Dengeki Bunko, where you can play as characters that you know. I'm actually not that familiar with the Shining series, but the graphics look really good as well. It's not just a 2D fighter, but it's done in a sort of pseudo 3D, or maybe it's 3D but pseudo 2D way. Action looks really, really awesome. I don't think it's going to be as intense as a Street Fighter game. I mean, in terms of learning the moves and stuff, I think it's going to be quite simple. Dengeki Bunko was actually quite similar. If you played that, all the moves were pretty much the same for every character. I mean, what they did was different, but you know, the down forward, the down back, quarter circle forwards, all the super combos were exactly the same. I think I looked up the moves list for this game, and all the moves are exactly the same, as opposed to, you know, like the King of Fighters series was quite difficult. You had to learn some really ornate moves. Ornate? I don't know if this was sophisticated, complicated move lists for the King of Fighters series, which is one of my favorite fighting game series. Anyway, gonna unbox this for you in a moment, but I thought I'd show you this as well. It's a free, well, I don't know if you would call it free. It's free if you pre-order, I think. The game Shining, Blade Arcus EX, and you get this free folder, or in Japan they call it a clear file, just to make it sharp and clear for you. This is the folder. It's basically the illustration from the front of the game. It says Blade Arcus EX, and on the back you have the illustration of one of the main characters. She is, you know, for the purposes of this game, she is one of the two main characters in the storyline. It's signed by Tony because I really do think that the Shining series, the fact that the character designs are done by Tony is one of like the main draws for this game. Also, if you look on the box, so I'll just read a few things off the front of the box here. It says Shokai, which means first edition. You get a special, you get special goods just by buying this first print edition, and in this case it means that you get an extra character called Sonia from Shining Resonance, which I did buy last year, but I never actually really got a chance to play it properly because being a PS3 game, I found it quite difficult to do the gameplay recording for it. I couldn't get the right cables to work and all that, so that was that's another story. But basically, I tried to do gameplays for it. Sonia is a character from Shining Resonance, so I think she's kind of like a free DLC character that you get just by buying this first version. Also here on the back you can see that there are a couple features here. The first one says simple mode, which means that you can just press, you know, you just press like one or two buttons to activate special commands. So it just makes it easier for people who don't really like fighting games. Well, although like if you don't like fighting games, then why are you buying Blade Arcus? But anyway, going back to it, here we've got also another feature, which is 200 illustrations by Tony. So again, coming back to the whole Tony illustration thing, there are 200 illustrations that you can win, I guess, by progressing through the story mode of the game, or just by playing more of the game. Let's open the clear file so you can actually see what it looks like on the inside. I'll give you another look at it after. Oh dear. Sometimes it comes off a bit like gross like this. I don't like that. Find a fast way to open this. Okay, rip it out of the plastic. There it is, and kind of annoying that the guy in the shop, he had actually kind of folded it around the game like this with a rubber band, which is why my folder is a little bit bent like this. In the flesh, this is what it looks like, a little bit closer. I know I showed it to you already before, but this is what it looks like with, you know, a little bit more clarity. And on the back, this is that main character again with the Tony signature. He is an incredible artist. Nice to have a clear file. Good if you're a student, or even if you're not a student, organize all your bills, put it in here. Let's open up the actual game itself. I'm gonna put my, oh, I always try to dig my nails into there. It never actually works. Let's open this up. I don't think there should be anything really special in here apart from the download code for Sonya. So here we have inside here, got the game itself. Here we go. Blade Arcus for PS4. Hey, you can see my mouth through here. Ah! It's always nice to have some new fighting games for the PS4 because PS4, compared to like the PS2 and the PS3, I feel like it's been kind of lacking in sort of JRPGs and sort of Japanese fighting games, so it's been nice to see stuff like, I think Guilty Gear came out, I don't know if there's a new version of Blaze Blue and all that, Blade Arcus, all sorts of fighting games coming out, plus King of Fighters 14, which looks kind of weird, but very excited about anyway. This is quite funny, there's some advertising inside the game for Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax, and on the back, a game called Miracle Girls Festival, which I don't really know a lot about, but I might look it up a bit later, see if that's an interesting game worth getting. And on here, it looks like just a simple how to play guide for you, just you know, where all the standard buttons are if you've never played Blade Arcus before, you know, what do all the indicators mean, stuff like that. So that's pretty much all there is inside the box. I'm gonna make some gameplay videos as soon as possible. Hopefully I'll be able to show you all the different characters. I'm really interested to see what the gameplay and the graphics look like because it's sort of 3D but sort of 2D, and I'm really interested in the fighting games that kind of do a mix of the two. It looks really, really nice. I'll get some gameplay videos up as soon as possible, but until then, don't forget to comment, subscribe, share the links and all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next NihongoGamer video. She's got magnets on her feet. First, new Nintendo 3DS game, Final Fantasy 15! Ah! Someone pick up the phone! How about you, Cloud? It's shopping time! So I let her go in front of me, and she ran into the shop and she took the only copy of this, and I thought, no! Here it comes! Oh! It's like the anime, but better! It doesn't say what this is, it's just a piece of plastic. I think maybe it is a frisbee.